Ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't know already, this macro 5 actually can be put into Akimbo. Extremely fun and easy to use and even a little bit broken. So I recommend you guys to go ahead and level up this weapon. You guys gotta get the Akimbo. Here is an overview of the class I was using in today's gameplay, and then if you guys want an overview of the secondary, here are the attachments. So if you want to make this thing in Akimbo, it's not going to be the best version of it. I actually think this thing is better as just a single, but the Akimbo is so fun. With that said, if you want the best Akimbo setup on the muzzle, you want to add the M1929 silencer or the recoil booster. With the Akimbo, you're going to be firing a lot because you got 2 of the SMGs and then you got like a lot of ammo, and so the enemies are always going to know where you're at, and so I like to do the M1929. Makes it a little bit harder for the enemies to find us. Then we get some recoil control, which honestly isn't gonna matter. We do get it reduced to the bloom, which is nice, and then we are losing ADS speed, but that's not gonna matter because we got this in Akimbo. For the recoil booster, this thing's actually gonna increase the fire by 5.9%, so you can kill the enemies pretty much 6% faster, but they are gonna know where you're at. For the barrel, make sure you guys are running the body custom barrel. This is a must. You guys have to use this if you are running the Akimbo, because if you look at the detailed stats, it's gonna increase the hip fire accuracy by 25%. For the optic, I know what you guys are thinking. You're thinking I'm super weird for throwing on like a specific optic on the Akimbo weapon when you can't even ADS, but I'm pretty sure there's still bloom in this game, which is pretty much where you fire the gun and then the bullet is going to curve in the air, simulating like real gunfire, because your bullets do curve a little bit when you fire real weapons. So in this game they actually do have that, and that is reduced by accuracy. And so if you go down to the, I forgot which one it was, I think it's the 1913 variable 4 to 8 times scope, it's going to give you a little bit of accuracy. You actually can't look at the stat in here, but if you didn't know, it's like a hidden stat, and if you add accuracy you're gonna have less bloom. And so if you're ever firing your weapon and it seems like you're on target but your bullets aren't going on target, it's probably the bloom. You know, they might have actually taken bloom out of the game because it was in Warzone. Like when the Vanguard weapons got added, the Vanguard weapons had bloom and then they took it out, and so they might have reduced or took it out of this game, but just in case, run the variable. For the stock, make sure you guys are running the body HF folding. This is just going to give you a lot of mobility, which is what we need on this gun. There is like no recoil, we just need a lot of mobility because we got the hip fire machines. For the proficiency, obviously you want to add the Akimbo just so you can run this thing in Akimbo. And then for the kit, I like to do the quick or the fully loaded. The quick is going to be better because you can move around a little bit, but you might run out of ammo, and if you got the fully loaded, you typically aren't going to run out of ammo, and so you just got to pick whichever one you want. So a thing I noticed, why is surplus down here? Shouldn't surplus be up here? Why would we need surplus at level 67 when the max level is 70? For the rear grip, so there's 2 different options for you guys. So for me, I really like to do the polymer grip. Actually no, not the pine tar grip, because it's going to increase the hip fire accuracy, which is a major pro that we need for this weapon. We need everything for hip fire accuracy and mobility, and this is going to add some hip fire accuracy. The recoil control doesn't matter, and then we're only losing ADS speed, which isn't going to matter because we can't ADS. What you guys can also do is the fabric grip. It's not going to give you hip fire accuracy, but you will have a faster sprint to fire speed, which is helpful. So if I were you, I would just try them both out and use the one that you like the most. For me, I really like the pine tar grip. For the magazine, so at first on my live stream I was obsessing over these rounds. This gun just in general isn't that good, but I found that this was the best magazine to run with the Akimbo. But actually the Nambu, if you hit the enemies in the torso or like lower, if you just hit them, I think it's right here in the lower stomach and then the upper stomach and chest and head, this thing will actually kill in 3 shots. And so you don't really need to have the damage mag, because the base multiplier, like the chest multiplier and the shoulder multiplier, is going to bring this up to a 3-shot kill. Say you hit the enemy in the limbs like lower arms or legs or toes, then it's going to be a 4-shot kill. And so make sure you guys are hitting the center mass of the enemy. Say you hit the enemies in the head, it's not going to reduce these shots to kill, and so if you hit the enemy in the head, it doesn't really matter unless you got these magazines, because it'll give you that 2-shot kill. We are also going to get an increase to the fire rate, which is going to make it so we can kill the enemies 11% quicker. We get more movement speed, and we get ADS speed, which isn't going to matter. We get some hip fire accuracy, which is going to be amazing because the only thing you can do with this weapon is hip fire. For the ammo, so at first I was doing the lengthen because the bullet velocity is horrendous on the weapon, but then I was like, well, if you can get a 3-shot kill by shooting the enemy right here, if you add the hollow point, it's going to increase the limb damage, and so at range you will still be able to kill the enemy in 3 shots if you shoot them in like the upper arm. With that said, we are losing a lot of our damage range, but the damage range is pretty much non-existent on this weapon, and so I really don't mind losing a little bit more because it's literally not going to change anything. Just trust me, the hollow point is the best one to run. It's not gonna, like, you're not gonna notice this loss to the damage range. You are only gonna notice the increase to the limb damage. Here's an overview of the best Akimbo Macro 5 setup in Vanguard. Okay boys, we're on USS Texas. This is a brand new map. Well, okay, not brand new because this was in a previous Call of Duty, but they just added it to this Call of Duty. Don't really care for the map too much, but it plays somewhat well. Just people like to camp, like we're about to walk up behind like 40 people. Oh, no, no. This is the only issue, is that people just sit back. But it is a pretty fun map. And we got the Akimbo SMGs that aren't that good either. But they are pretty fun. These got to be like shotgun range. Come on, come on. Oh my god, there's an AFK in the back. I think he's AFK. Oh my god. Dude, these things are so fun to use. Like, this gun really isn't that good, but I recommend leveling it up just because of how fun it is. Like, it's actually so fun. There's just no range. Okay, we gotta drop a nuke with these bad boys. Today on stream, when I was leveling them up, dude, everyone was so sweaty. It was insane. Every game was just, like, unplayable. Like, I think my best streak on stream was, like, a 15 or 20 or something. Like, it was just so sweaty. Dude, where are these enemies at? Like, I know they're spawning over here. There's no way they're spawning by the hard point. There's that guy. Dude, he did not expect that. Oh my god, world start. Okay, so the patrol's going over to my right. Gonna be up here. There we go, boys. We're just piecing them. There we go. I'm scared I'm gonna get in an engagement like that where it's like close medium range, and then I won't be able to do it, or like my gun won't be able to kill them quick enough because this thing literally has shotgun range. Boys, I am having so much fun right now. I'm so happy they added it. It's not even that good. It's just so fun. Can I open it? Oh my god. You can't open that. We got a lot of enemies around us. Dude, I want them to flood into me. I'm trying to make this entertaining. Trying to show... Oh, no, 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 fuck. Oh, you see, I just got too cocky and I was just trying to show off the hip fire, just get some feeds, and then we died. I don't know what happened, but these guys just all of a sudden became so good at the game. They're all like Scumpy. They just win every fight. They are sitting back like crazy. You know, I guess I can just play this building and try to get them to come over to me. There we go, there we go. Come on, enemies, keep feeding me, come on. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Dude, this is so fun. It's really annoying when you're going against like sweaty people, but if you have like a somewhat nice lobby, it is really fun to use these. Okay, I want them to push up. Right here is a very sketchy rotation. Fuck it. Oh my god. Okay, now we gotta get over. That's impossible, and there's a glide bomb. We're going to go inside. Mission aborted, boys. Mission aborted. My nose is still itchy. If you watch my streams, you know what I'm talking about the itchy nose. Hawk dogs roll out. I need you guys right now. Come on, come on. I don't like that jammer. Yeah, I got a billion enemies coming towards me. No! You know, there's still a chance that we get this nuke. Jesus, okay, when you lay down, you actually get really bad hipfire accuracy. No, why did you have to come back over here? I try to get it on Texas, but Texas keeps giving me like blitz, and playing on a bigger map and it's like 6v6 is actually like really hard to drop nukes just because it's so quiet and like it's kind of hard to be like sneaky and like very difficult. And so we are back on Das Haus. We're gonna easily drop a nuke with these bad boys. Dude, they're so oh my god, if I could have flicked on him, that would have been amazing. Very quiet. There we go. Yeah, why is it so quiet? I've never seen a blitz like this quiet. Yeah, there's a couple people doing challenges or something. Completely world starred. Dude, yeah, they're all just like sitting back. I think we just gotta get our dogs and then it'll start like killing them out of their spawn, and then they'll spawn in like mid or something. There we go, there we go. Dude, this gun is so annoying to use at times. You need like the right enemies. Okay, we got 3 kills. Oh, no, what are you doing? Go, leave me alone. They all spawning here? A couple are in front of me. We got a couple over here too, I think, unless they already died. Hello? I feel like these enemies are like NPCs, like there's no way these guys are real people. And I'm not saying that because of their skill, I'm just saying that because they're awkward. That's the vibe I get from these guys, is that they're awkward. And that was very scary. There we go, 12. Now we're about halfway there to that nuke. We should just be able to chill right here and let them flood out of these doors. Come on, come on. Come on, come on. Forward, walk forward, what are you doing? See what I mean, boys? They're just sitting in there. I don't know what they're doing. Oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god. 18, 7 more kills for this nuke, boys. If I get this, you gotta leave a like. There we go with the hip fire. Let's go, boys. This thing is so cool. What a unique weapon that they added. I want to peek this, but I feel like they're watching it. No! Fuck!
Unfortunately, Cbass could not find another game that wasn't 6v6 tactical. Who the fuck plays that shit anyways? Cbass proceeded to say fuck it, that's today's gameplay, and that he hopes you all enjoyed. P.S. Hit the fucking like button.